Hey there everyone, it's Val, and at long last, again, welcome back to Zahjira's Travels. To start today's stream for this particular episode, I wanted to go over the changes that I made in order to get past the bug. And I had to get past the bug because I spent a total of about 5 hours both in trying to figure out a way around the bug using various things that people had tried. Some of the things I had tried on stream, but I retried them again, being more careful, unloading the game, etc. I won't go into all that I tried. Let me just say that I spent a long time trying to get it to work. I could not get it to work. I don't know if it's just a fact that I'm running 1.8, that the bug had not been fixed then if it reared its head, or if it was just a case of the mods that I had were interacting badly with it and making it unable to be fixed. In any case, I did find a workaround, and I am going to show you those things right now. Alright. So this is a list of steps of what I had to do to get past the invincible Alduin bug. For those of you who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, this is the bug where you are at the throat of the world. This is the fight with Alduin after you do the closing of the time rift. Or I guess it's a rift. Anyway, the point is, he was invincible. So if you have that happen and he is invincible, and you try all the other things to get through it and it can't work, or it doesn't work, you can try these things. I did the best I could to make sure this is not going to shoot us in the foot later. Let's just hope that it still doesn't manage to do that. Anyway, what I did was I reloaded the save just before we see Parthenox on the rock, so we are going up the path, so we haven't started that step of the quest yet. Then I hit tilde to get into the console, and then I put in the command to set stage MQ206, and MQ206 is the quest in question, Alduin's Bane, and 70, that gives you the Dragonrend Shout, and it also, even though according to my information it wasn't supposed to do anything else, it actually blurs the screen and it doesn't go away. So for number 4, the fourth step, I typed in set stage MQ206 2020, and that actually completes the quest properly. However, you are left over with the blurriness of the screen. So in order to get rid of that, you in the console put in player.addspell C4DE1. This is the vampire sight spell. And for some reason, giving that to you causes the blur to go away. And then, because now you have that in your spell book, you want to use player.removespell and then the spell number to get rid of the free spell in your book, because unless you're a vampire, you shouldn't already have it. If you are already a vampire, I'm not sure, maybe you won't have the blur happen. Zahjira is not a vampire, so I don't know. Right. So, to start today's stream, or this and this episode, Zahjira had to finish the fight in story-wise off camera. So I have done a little jury-rigged version of the end of the fight, which I hope you'll enjoy. And I wanted to thank these people, which I'm about to put up. These are resources that I managed to find on YouTube that made my job a lot easier in making this very short end of fight recap. And I referenced an Alduin's Bane fight video by Easy Gaming, Skyrim main quest playthrough Alduin's Bane. That was very useful for me to find out what Alduin had said. And then I found another resource on YouTube which really made me happy. It was a compilation of Alduin's voice files from Skyrim by Sargosk51, Skyrim Sounds, Alduin's Voices. And that let me listen to it all and find the sentences that I know he said and put them into the reconstituted ending to the quest. Alright guys, let's go ahead. I would just like to remind you of what Zahjira was up to. She was in the middle of fighting Alduin, and she was hitting him with spells, and she had just changed over to using lightning spells because she realized that the fire was doing absolutely nothing to him, so she decided to try something new. And so she did start damaging him in the storyline, and this is where this particular thing I'm about to play occurs. Enjoy. I'll turn off my mic for it. Just doing her best.
Mies Muldovakin, you have become strong.
Thank you.
But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh, Malagizoklat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else.
Oh no.
You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
Oh crap. Where'd it go? I think she needs a little rest. Just a moment. Alright, so let's wake Zahjira up. See if she's okay. Oh, dang it. Forgot the usual thing. Put my cursor there, so if it scrolls, I don't care. Yes, just making sure all my ducks are in the right rows. I think they are. Hang on, I've got to fix a duck. Duck fixed. Yes, duck fixed. Alright. I am so happy to be back with Zahjira. Oh. Zahjira's head hurts. Everything hurts. Is she alive? Did she lose her mind? Where's the... that's right, Alduin, he flew away. And the snow has already erased most of the battle. Except for where Zahjira was lying and a little bit. She can't have been unconscious for long or she'd be frozen stiff. Was this here before? Well, Parthenax probably has it there for a reason. Zahjira obviously will not take it. Oh, everything hurts. Her head, her tail, her fur. Oh, she's not sure if it's the fight or... Why is she not insane? Why hasn't she gone mad? She used the Elder Scroll and she saw through the time rift and she saw the fight and... how is she not blind or mad or... Maybe that's what all the pain is about in her head. Oh, or it could have been that rock that she vaguely remembers coming towards her before everything went black. Well, oh, she's dead. Okay, could you collect yourself? Parthenax is probably wondering what Zahjira's issue is. Right, she's gonna have another issue if she doesn't get a move on. She's gonna freeze her tail off. Parthenax? Parthenax.
Lot Kongrach, you truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
But he flew away! It was not a true victory since Alduin escaped.
Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Kongrach victory. But Not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle.
Then how is Khajiit supposed to do it?
Alduin always was Pahlok, arrogant in his power.
Oh yeah.
Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him.
But how? She hurt him, she thinks, but he left. He's not exactly... Oh, okay, sorry, Parthenax. Khajiit understands you know your kind much better than she ever will, so she will try to understand why the fact that he got away and is still alive is still a defeat for him. Okay. In any case, Zahjira needs to find out where Alduin went and finish him. Because he's still out there, so the world can still end, right?
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him.
Yeah, she suspects
Perhaps
that.
the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova.
It was?
A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
Well, supposing the trap is still there. I mean, it's been a long time since... Wow, it's that old? Oh wait, no, it may not... There was still dragonkind around after Alduin's defeat, so it is probably not as old. But still, the point is, humans have a terrible tendency to tear things down and refurbish them and put in walls, and it may not work still. But Zahjira also doubts that the Jarl of Right One will agree. The Jarl is, well... She's on okay terms with him. She doesn't remember having any disagreements.
Yes, but your Sum is strong.
Oh.
I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
Well, Zahjira will try. She can't promise, but if she can survive Alduin, she supposes she could survive the a Jarl of Whiterun yelling at her. So Dragon's Reach was built to hold a dragon. Yes?
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand.
Oh, of course.
There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema.
Oh, Khajiit's very sorry.
I used to visit him from time to time.
Did you?
Nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity.
Oh.
Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak.
Was he...
The Hofkosayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Sounds like more Dragon's Cage. Was he one of your fellows that helped the humans rebel against Alduin? Is that why you were visiting him? Khajiit doesn't think Parthenax is going to answer that last question. Maybe he had his other reasons. But in any case, she has to admit, the thought of somebody being imprisoned until they lost their mind, that sounds horrible. Khajiit does not care who that is. Well, Parthenax, Khajiit will go and talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. And let's hope that cage is still there. She has to say, though...
Sum Ark Mora.
Sure. Khajiit is sorry she doesn't understand those words. She imagines it's something like farewell, but she did want to say one thing before she went. If she helps cage a dragon, she does not want to leave him there or her there to go insane. Do you have a... No, never mind. None of Khajiit's business. Khajiit will not leave the dragon there to go insane. If even an ally of Alduin, there are swifter ends than that. And she hopes you understand. Now, if the dragon decides that they do not agree with Alduin, what Alduin is doing anymore, she is willing to give them a chance. Certainly. She hopes that's a bird in the distance and not a dragon. Just because if it's a dragon, she probably has to check it out. Parthenax, Khajiit, sorry, her head is splitting. She's going to go and relay what has happened here. But after that, right after that, Khajiit will go. Right after she has a nap or take something, and before she freezes, oh, she's getting very cold. Khajiit will see you, and it is morning, so that battle, well, probably not... Oh, Khajiit couldn't even see the sky. At least the snowstorm has settled. There's that. Oh, her head. She swears her fur actually hurts. Maybe it's just the roots, but it's still... That's... okay. Khajiit thinks that goat took a poor path down the mountain. Khajiit just hopes she doesn't get so cold that she freezes something. There's the fire at the archway at the bottom, so... Oh, she was about to say, where's the thing... The cold barring the way? There it is. It's been all night. She kind of expected more of it to be back, but... Ah, it doesn't matter, she supposes. Oh! Ow, ow. Thum gra mal. Okay, Khajiit... Let's try this again. Thum gra mal. Alright. Khajiit is not sure how she shouted that one away. She was apparently mispronouncing the clear skies shout. Let her try again. Thum gra mal. There, that's better. Maybe she doesn't always have to shout it out loud? Khajiit doesn't know. Maybe Parthenax cleared it for her. He probably... Yeah, that was probably what happened. Thum gra mal. So, this must be something Parthenax put in place? She's guessing? Thum gra mal. Oh, the bridge. Ow, 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 ow. Thum gra mal. Oh, good. The snow is already going away. That's wonderful. Khajiit is already cold enough without snow settling on her fur and melting. And then her fur freezing. Thum gra mal. Okay, now she's stuck here. Ooh. She is not sure how cold she's getting. But she's starting to not be able to feel her fingers. Thum gra mal. Thum gra mal. Oh, thank heavens. There's still some there. Okay. Hi. Don't go that way. It hurt. Oh. It's practice time again, it seems. Hi. Oh. Can Khajiit warm up here? No. Oh, yes, okay. Her tail. That's better. Her tail is getting warmer. She can feel her tail again. Now for the fingers. And the rest of her. Okay. Is he up there? Somebody up there shouting? Can he get up there? Oh. Let's go see. Oh, Master Arngeir! She didn't realize that was you up here. Perhaps subconsciously she recognized the voice. She's going to make what she's going to say very quick.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him?
In a manner of speaking. She did do damage to him, but then he escaped. Zahjira needs to find his... She needs to find a compatriot of his. And convince him to tell her more information. But she wanted to mention something that he said that's just coming back to mind. When he was fighting the heroes that originally sent him here into, their future. He said something about seeing them in Sovngarde and that they would die in terror then, now for when he was speaking, and he would use their souls to fuel his power in Sovngarde? So Khajiit is wondering if that's where she needs to go. Is that where he went? What is Sovngarde anyway? She knows it's the place where Nord dead go, but that doesn't exactly sound like a place Khajiit can go, intact. So, on that theory, perhaps he's in Sovngarde, and she needs to find a way there. And she has, a method that Parthenax has recommended she follow.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
Ah, so you saw him. Well, Zahjira, on the advice of Parthenax, plans to capture a dragon. If the Jarl Balgruuf of Whiterun will help.
Ah, Dragon's Reach.
You know about it.
There are many difficulties, but I cannot think of a better plan.
Of course you know about it.
Although I fear the Jarl may not be easy to persuade.
Yeah.
Remember, the way of the voice trains you for more than battle.
Oh?
Indeed, we believe that battle is the least of its uses. May the strength and truth of your voice serve you well. Breath and focus.
Ah. So you're saying Khajiit needs to use her powers of persuasion. She wasn't aware that the voice actually influenced that. She thought it was just the shouting. She's pretty sure she heard a capital V on the voice there, so that is something she needs to think about. Maybe it's not just her intrinsically being persuasive, it's been the voice helping her. But it's still her voice, right? But it is a gift of the first cat. So is it really her voice? Now she's confused and her head was already hurting. Do you know where Alduin is gone? Is Khajiit right? Is it Sovngarde?
The old tales say that he can travel into Sovngarde to devour the souls of the dead.
Oh.
You must find out how he does this. before he regains his strength and returns.
Oh, so Khajiit, you think Khajiit hurt him? And he has to go to Sovngarde to eat some poor souls? Oh, great. Now Khajiit has to feel sorry for those poor souls he's about to consume. And she has to get there before he does much. Well, she'll try. She can't promise it'll be quick. In advance, she is very sorry for any souls that Alduin may devour before she can get there. She hopes that isn't a permanent thing. If one soul is devoured, does that mean that spirit is gone forever? Oh, Alkosh. She hopes that's not true. Ow. What a horrible fate to be obliterated.
Wind guide you.
Okay, well, she's going to assume that it's not that bad. Arngir?
Sky above, voice within. You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns. The old tales say that he can travel into Sovngarde to devour the souls of the dead. You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns.
How he does it? Isn't it just better to stop him? But she thinks she can confirm that it's not just an old... Well, that there is something to the old tales, because she heard through the time rift him threatening the old heroes of exactly that. Right.
Wind guide you.
Wind guide you as well, Master Arngir. Khajiit can't stick up here for very long. Can she jump down without hurting herself? Oh, she's about to find out! No! Okay. She thinks she clawed at the thing on the way down, because usually a fall that far would hurt her. Okay. Mind you, her legs hurt so much right now that any additional hurt probably wasn't noticeable. Oh, there's the fellas. Guys! Khajiit back! She's alive! Oh. She's in pain, but she's alive. So Khajiit just wanted to... as she were... Excuse Khajiit, she wants to stand somewhere warm. Okay, right on the edge here seems... Mind you, she just stood on an edge and kind of... Okay, can Khajiit go up here? She just wants someplace close to the delicious warmth. Oh yes, let's try not to fall in. Alright. Okay, well, Khajiit is warming her tail and other assorted body parts. She wants to say she is so glad to see you guys. When she left, she was not sure she would ever see you again. She is so happy. Oh, so very happy. She's also very happy to be warm. Right. Right. Alduin. Khajiit did use the Elder Scroll, and although she's in a lot of pain in her head and her other body parts right now, she's still not sure why she isn't currently blind or mad, because she looked at the Elder Scroll. Maybe it's because she can't read it, but then how did it work? Okay, let's think about this logically. The rift was already open, and it had been opened with the scroll, and then Khajiit went there and opened the scroll again, but she can't read anything. She's never learned anything about Elder Scrolls, and she was told that people who don't know anything about the Elder Scrolls can look at them and not suffer harm, if she's remembering correctly. So that has to be why she's not currently blind or mad. But because she was in a spot where the scroll had done its work before by somebody who knew how to read the scroll somewhat. Opening the scroll again in the same place closed it, even though she couldn't read it. That must be how it works. Well, she's gonna go with that for now, barring further information. Anyway, so she opened the scroll there, and she saw into the past, and she learned the shout that she needed to learn. And then when she doesn't think she was there physically, she thinks it was just her mind, because she could look around but she couldn't actually move. And it was terrible and glorious at the same time, seeing these old heroes doing what she'd been told that they did, but actually seeing it happen. That was amazing. But it was terrifying too, because Alduin was there. And there was nothing Khajiit could do to help them. She had to watch. There was 4 of them that she saw, and 2 of them died. They died it bravely. They died fighting. But they're still dead. And perhaps she'll talk more about that later. When the rift closed, she guesses she was thrown back into the present, back into her own mind, and then Alduin had come, and she fought him. There was a snowstorm, and it was pitch dark. She could not tell one dragon from another, and there was fire raining down from the sky, and rocks and meteorites, she guesses. They were hitting all around her, and somehow, in all of that, she realized that her fire was doing nothing, which sucks because she really loves her fire. So she had to go to lightning bolts, and then she was actually able to damage him. At least she thinks she was, because he actually said something somewhat nice to her, said that she'd gotten strong, and then of course he boasted about how wonderful he was and couldn't be defeated by anybody, and flew away. So, yeah, he's not dead. Well, as dead as a dragon can be anyway, given that we've seen they can be brought back. So, Alduin is still out there. The world can still end. Khajiit still has work to do. And by extension, you guys. Assuming, of course, you still want to go with Khajiit. Because, well, the next thing on Khajiit's to-do list is to go to the Jarl of Whiterun and convince him to let her use his palace to capture a dragon. Because apparently that's where the name came from, Dragon's Reach. Mind you, some of you may already have heard bits and pieces about that before, but it's news to Khajiit, in any case. And right now, her head is pounding.
Mara, protect us both.
Indeed. Her head hurts, her ears hurt, her fingers hurt, her tail hurts, every muscle hurts, and her fur, she swears, it's hurting. So she is going to go lay down very carefully because the fur is hurting, and have a bit of a sleep. Even though she did, from all the events, kind of pass out in the snow for a little bit after Alduin flew away. That wasn't exactly a proper sleep. Now she's warm, she would actually like to get a little bit of a proper sleep. Just a nap, if that's okay. Hopefully when she wakes up, this pounding head will be gone and maybe her extremities won't hurt quite so much. She suspects she'll still be a bit sore. At least she hopes it's only a bit. Anyway, she's going to take a quick nap, fellas. But she's glad you guys are happy to see her too. She can tell. Thank you. Khajiit is so happy she's not dead. What? Was there a door here? Apparently there's not a door there. Khajiit. Sorry, Wolfgar. Okay. Khajiit has a feeling if she walks down there, the boys in their armor might knock the pot over, and, well, she's already imposing on them by sleep. Was that a book Khajiit hasn't read yet? Ooh. Nope, not today. Or at least not right now, anyway. We've got other dragons to catch. Khajiit is going to have just 4 hours of sleep. That will help. Well, her head only hurts a little bit now. It's not exactly painless. And she's not sure if her fur hurts yet because she's afraid to move too much. But overall, she'd say she feels like 10 times the cat she did when she fell asleep. Yes. And given enough time, she might actually feel like a Khajiit again. Perhaps by tonight. We'll see. Using that Elder Scroll really took it out of Khajiit. Oh, Khajiit was about to say, if you're going to go to sleep, Karjo, we could stick around, but you're not. You're just sitting. Alright, let's go then. After Khajiit. Oh, hello. Inereth. Khajiit is just going to have a bite to eat because she is starving. Well, not literally starving, but she feels like her stomach is about to crawl up and slap her about the face, saying, "Feed me!" And she really thinks that'd be a terrible sight, so she'd like to avoid that. What is she going to eat? She wants a chicken breast. That's what she wants. Ah, that hit the spot. And she's going to have an apple. That was a raw chicken breast she had, wasn't it? Okay, she's not exactly back to herself 100%. If a raw chicken breast tasted that good, well, how about she chases it down with a cooked one? That seems like a good idea. Maybe some leeks, too. Some for their vegetables, yeah. And she's going to drink her jug of milk. Oh, wait, no, maybe she shouldn't. She loves her milk. But if she's going to be visiting the Jarl of Whiterun, the Nords have this thing about milk. So she guesses she'll skip that and just stick to water. Yeah. Later. She'll have her milk later. Well, looks like the fellas are having their own snack. Alright, guys. You ready to go? You are. Excellent. Kajo is raring to go. Ooh, more books. What do we got here? Songs. Front. Yeah, okay. No, nothing that looks too fascinating at this point in time. Alright. Esther? Oh, sorry, Wolfgar. Sorry. Oh, she's not sure where he is. She hits to disturb you? Wolfgar, would you please tell Master Arngir that Khajiit and her friends have left? She wishes she will check the hall to see if he's there. But if she doesn't see them, could you convey her respects and tell him that she'll return. Not sure when, but she will return with her friends. Let's see if we can find him to tell him that. Not in here. He might be doing more practice. So was he the voice that Khajiit heard the other day? When she went outside and was like, "Who's shouting?" Okay. She's not sure. Whoop, whoop. She's not sure where he is. He's probably outside practicing. Alright. It's time to head down the mountain, fellas. Because she just had a thought. she still has 8 firewood. Alright. She was just remembering that she'd made a fire the other day and she wasn't sure if she had enough firewood left in case she needs it. Seeing as she's been so cold recently, it kind of reminded her one needs firewood to make fires. Where's everybody else? Oh. Well, that doesn't sound like Master Ankir. Okay, where's Quadojo? Is he down here already? Ah, there we go. He must have been doing something of a personal nature that delayed him. Alright, hopefully there won't be any critters on the way down, but since there very well might be, Khajiit better put her spells on. And last but not least, making Khajiit harder to see. Wind fighting. Alright, let's just... Right, it's blur and armor are the two things that tend to come off first. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Let's get downstairs. If this were a mountain. If this were a room and not... Okay, Khajiit's brain obviously got rattled quite a lot. Mind you, she would think having an avalanche fall on your head and then not an appreciable amount of time later have it scrambled by looking through a time rift and then having a meteorite fall on her head. Perhaps she could be excused a little bit of confusion and misspeaking. For a time, anyway. She has noticed that her spirits haven't been very loud today. Perhaps they're being kind and letting her head recover and not ache quite so much. If that's why you guys are being so quiet, she appreciates that. She hopes it's not because she can't hear you anymore. So that is a possibility, she supposes. Guide Maharva didn't say anything about it going away, just was telling her what it meant that it had come. That she could hear voices of spirits, advisors, and guides. Let's make sure the fellows are still... Well, you're keeping up. What about the others? Oh, there they come. Of course, Khajiit has not spoken to them about hearing her spirits. Actually, she feels kind of lonely now she can't hear them. Maybe it's just temporary. Maybe... Yeah, she'll hope it's temporary. It didn't take her very long to get so used to them she misses them. Perhaps that is yet more indication that they are natural for Khajiit, yes? Well, Guide Maharva said that the healing that had to be done after the avalanche woke up a part of her mind that... Well, Guide Maharva was very circumspect in what she said. Khajiit kind of got the impression that it was supposed to... something that would have happened in the fullness of time anyway. Oh, sorry. She didn't mean to interrupt you, Karsho. She was just wondering if there was a problem. So maybe that's why it feels natural to Khajiit. Because it is. She just never had it happen. Mind you, at first it was very strange, but she did get used to it really quickly. Which, all things considered, it's a very odd thing to get used to so quickly. Really. Ah, we're back down where it's not so cold again. That's good. And some of the aches and the kinks that were still in her muscles and body seem to be being worked out by running down the mountainside here, so that's nice. Her head still hurts a bit, but it felt a little better after she ate, actually, so perhaps after a few more decent meals, maybe even by tomorrow morning, the last of it might be gone. She doesn't dare hope for sooner, but she'll see. It's not like this is something that's happened to her every day. Looking through time rifts. Avalanches. Meteorites. Nope. Let's see. She does need to keep working on archery, so she thinks she'll put these things back on. Oh, perhaps her Archmage boots would be a good thing to be wearing as well. Hopefully the boys don't mind her sitting down and changing her boots. Now that it's a warm area. That one can stay. Perhaps this one. That might help her talk, yes? Perhaps. She's actually curious. She needs to refresh her memory. Ah. All right. The fellas are coming. Oh, we are back. We're back. All right then. Now we have another trip in front of us, and Khajiit just realized we're going to be taking the long way around because she should have taken the short way. Is that a bear? Khajiit thinks that's a bear. Yeah, that's a bear. Alright guys, I am going to pause here to do the switch over to the next episode. So if you are new to the live stream, what that means is that I am going to be briefly ending the stream and then restarting it, and this allows YouTube to have individual episodes for after the fact. So I'll be about 5 minutes. Now's a good time to stretch your legs, get a coffee, do that sort of thing. Or a milk or a tea, you know, whatever it is you want to drink. Diet soda, non-diet soda, water. Okay, I'll stop listing things. Alright guys, I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Bye!
Khajiit like